Okay, this is Aaron again with Exalted Lamb 1, and I have an urgent message for you. I had to put this out real quick tonight. It's about 11:30 at night at home where I'm at here on Monday night, the 23rd. The governor of Hawaii just issues a stay-at-home order. This is huge. Well, why is this huge? Well, first of all, it's March 23rd, and it's a big date I was talking about. In fact, pretty much all the major dates I've been talking about, things have happened. Yesterday we had an earthquake near Kilauea, 4.2, which is huge. It's been going up the last couple of months from in the twos to the threes, and now we're in the fours. That's huge for what I've been talking about. And then this comes out on the 23rd regarding Hawaii. A huge day for what I've been talking about. And this may point to the actual days of destruction. So I'm going to talk to you about this. This is really huge. They're supposed to stay at home until April 30th. And I want to talk to you about, I'm going to do a big video on this stuff, but I just want to throw out some stuff to you about why this is a big deal. So before I do that, actually, they're locking down the coasts. Okay. And it was last week I was thinking, and I was talking to my brother Chris, and we were talking about how they must be locking down the coast for these coastal tsunamis. If you think about it, if they're going to if they want to cause these, they want to have as much damage as possible. This is so sick. It's really angering me, and it has been for several days. And so it just seems like the whole West Coast and East Coast are going to be locked down. Most of it's already locked down already. But will by this time, whenever this is going to happen, I have a pretty good idea when it might be, based on a few things. I'm going to show you a couple things here. Okay, and I'm like, well, what if they lock down Hawaii? I literally said that yesterday. And then, man, they locked down Hawaii, and I could not believe it. So Hawaii will be attacked first at the Helena Slump, which is the southern end of the Big Island of Hawaii, and then it will break off and fall into the ocean to cause a mass tsunami. Again, there's all kinds of simulations of this done by the government, the state of Hawaii, and the federal government. The Kilauea has been fracking. They've been fracking an active volcano, Puna geothermal venture, and I've showed documents about that. In fact, I might show some documents and some studies that they showed how the fracking that Puna geothermal venture was doing was coordinating with earthquakes and things like that for several years. And the state government knew this, and they just let it happen because they're bought and paid for. And I'm going to show you this. So there's a lot of things I'm going to go through, and with the timing on this. So let me talk about something here. So this guy is Senator Kahili, and he is definitely a Masonic dude. One of these type of guys, because he's signaling all over the place. I've been watching some of his videos for a couple months actually, and more recently he's talking about, of course, the CV, and then the last few times he's been talking and sharing his videos, he's been wearing this stupid shirt, and it's exactly backwards. And either he's playing these videos exactly backwards to everybody, which is a big telltale sign of what these guys do. They love things backwards, upside down, or both. And then notice his name when it's showed on here. It's actually forward, but then his shirt, I'll show you here in a second, you can see a little bit better. It's backwards. Okay, like right here. See this? I'll show you in the next video, but he's doing all kinds of signaling. In this one video right here, he's acting like he's all just discouraged and everything, and I could tell it's an act. I mean, he's not a good actor. And he's talking about how, which is true, all of Hawaii, the hotels and everything, they're about to go into bankruptcy because, of course, they rely heavily, mostly on tourism and everything, of course, and they're down to like 20% occupancy, of course. I was surprised it was even that high. So it's a big deal. And so this guy's coming on, he's signaling, he's doing hand signals. This ain't even it. I'm going to show you in the next video this massive Illuminati hand signal he does, and it's so super obvious. And then I'm going to get into the numbers and even the shirt that he has on and what that means. It's really crazy, okay? In fact, look at him here. He's an American politician. And then look at his date of birth. Okay, first of all, before he's pretty much in this position, he's sponsored 203 bills. Take the zero away, it's 23. Well, what's 23? Well, we'll talk about, of course, March 23rd is today. There's several things with 23 that I've talked about in the past. Now look at his date of birth. This is huge right here. March 28th. Now we may be in the third day of this cycle. This I may have found the actual cycle, okay? And I'm going to talk about that. But he was actually, if we're in the third day of the cycle, which is a 23, his birthday in 1974, whatever it was, if that's all right, if that's how old he really is, was on the 28th, which would be the eighth day. So this is the third day, and that's the eighth day, which is really crazy because we'd have March is, of course, the first month to the elites, but to us it's three. So we have 3-2. So we'd have 3-2-1, 3-2-2, 3-2-3, 3-2-4, 3-2-5, 3-2-6, 3-2-7, and this is 3-2-8. So again, we have a 3-2, which is 23 backwards, and then we have each day going up to the 13th day. Which is possible. And then it's weird because he's 45 years old. So this day I'm talking about, if it's the eighth day, it's possibly the attack on Obama, possibly a stinky BO, because he's from Hawaii. Again, this guy is a senator from Hawaii. Hawaii is where this is happening, this lockdown. It's not by coincidence. And then the next day I'll be talking about after this, which is the eighth day, which is going to be March 29th, which is really 1119, is 45. And that's how old, or that's the 45th Pres Trumple Thin Skin. So this is all planned. This is really crazy here. Now let me show you. Okay, so what's so significant also about March 28th? Well, normally it's the 87th day of the year, every year, except for, again, like I said, the leap year. Okay, leap year is the 88th day of the year. That's phenomenal. Okay, why? Well, because they believe the transition will begin on the transition into the next eon or the next age, the golden age with the Golden Gate Bridge, the opening the Golden Gate and all that stuff would be 88. Okay, so this is the 88th day of the year, and then we get up even to the 93rd day of the year, which is 93 in this whole timeline, and it's right. This whole timeline ends a day before Passover, which is huge. Day before Passover to Israel. So there's so much going on here. Well, why is 88 as far as, what does that have to do with Hawaii? Well, Hawaii area code is 808. Yeah, and that's just a massive coincidence as well. Okay, no, it's not. Do you know what this is? Do you know what H/8/8 is? Well, last year, well, it's been about a year and a half now, but 2018, August 8th of 2018, so that was 8818. Hurricane Hector touched Hawaii, and it was Fisher 8 that was going off, and it was Hurricane Hector. Well, what is H? H is the eighth letter of the alphabet. So Hurricane Hector, again, with the first letter code that I've mentioned in my last few videos, is 88. So Hurricane Hector went over Hawaii, H, which is 8, and Fisher 8 on 8/8 of 18. I mean, are you kidding me? In area code 808? So there's so much to this that I can't even cover all the time. I mean, sometimes I even forget all the things that this is. So let me go here to the next thing. Okay, so again, this is a lockdown till April 30th. This is huge. So this is my cue to think that, hey, this will happen within this time frame. Whether it's the time frame I'm talking about or the next possible one would be in April. Most good section of April, 13-day Apple roll in April. And again, that's from iPad Go 2. That's very possible, but I think this timeline is far more possible. In fact, I've looked at it for weeks before my last timeline, and I thought it was very possible, but I saw a lot of things happening on 3/11, which they did, and I showed that. Trump had an announcement about the things he's doing with the CV virus and everything that was on national TV. I mean, we had things for every single day. And then today, the 23rd, here we go, my last day on this very important day. This happens in Hawaii. And Hawaii is what I've been talking about. Actually, the reason why I even got on YouTube a year and a half ago, August 5th was my first video. Look, you can look it up. In fact, the Lord told me to do a video. I was wanting to do some videos, and I wasn't led to do it yet. And he told me to do a video on August 4th, 2018. He just said, you need to start doing videos. And then the next day I did a video, and I didn't realize till months later that day he told me to do a video or start doing videos was 8/4, like I said, and that was Barack Obama's birthday. And I've been talking about him being the Antichrist for a long time, this whole time. This was really phenomenal. So, and about Hawaii, my first video was about Hurricane Hector heading towards Hawaii. I'm not even, I didn't plan that. Hurricane Hector, HH, heading towards Hawaii, 8888. Anyway, and I basically said that it would get to Hawaii, and it was right off the coast of basically Mexico, and it was heading going down in the Pacific, and I said it would go to Hawaii, and it did. And we're talking about a huge Pacific Ocean. And then there were two other hurricanes that basically hit Hawaii as well. I take that back. It was three that actually did something with Hawaii. So, and those are in iPad Goat as well. So there's so much going on here. Well, what's up with April 30th? Well, April is the second month to the elites. Again, I said March is the first month to the elites. It's the third month to us. April's the second month to the elites. So April 30th is the second month, which is 2, and 30, take the 0 away, which is 3, which is 23. And this governor is ordering this decree, stay-at-home order on the 23rd. That's all a big coincidence, right? Well, what's 23? Like I've shared in my videos, it's Mr. Stinky BO, number 23. And I've showed in the presidential portrait how his legs show 32, which is 23 backwards. So it's really about the 32 or the 23. You can just look at it either way. So this is a big deal. So, and I'm telling you that them doing a lockdown in Hawaii, lockdown on the coast, they're going to lock people down and in there when they're doing these tsunamis. And I've been talking about these tsunamis for a year and a half and what's coming. Okay, because even before I started doing videos, I started researching Hawaii. Lord led me to things in Hawaii. I had visited there. There's several things that were going on with that. And the Lord led me to, and he was showing me how Puna, which is right here. Look, it's in Punahou. It is a Puna geothermal venture was actually fracking Kilauea, an active volcano. And they knew it, and it was continually going on, causing earthquakes and things. And they've been keeping it going on purpose, bloodletting the goat's head or its neck, which, like I've said before, the big island of Hawaii is a big goat's head. And where Kilauea is, and the fissures that opened up last year, going all the way down, I should say in 2018, going all the way down to the coast from Kilauea, they're a scored line. It's ready to be pushed over the edge and fall off and be hit by a torpedo, a Poseidon nuclear tip torpedo. Anyway, so this is all in the works. This is coming. This is more confirmation of what I've been talking about. It's incredible. It's really bad. If you're in Hawaii, if you can get out, get out. I mean, they're doing this on purpose because if this stuff gets light, they don't want people leaving. And they want as much destruction as possible. That's how sick these people are. In fact, in the beginning of iPad Goat, the goat is spinning 3 times. There's 3 blurred images of the head. And that's 3, and it's spinning because it's 3 hurricanes that basically touched Hawaii. And then when the dice that fall, they're red and white. That's the scapegoat and the sacrificial goat. Some goats will escape this attack. Most will not. And it's called the sacrifice of the goats. It's also the sacrifice of the sheep, because there will be Christians that will be there as well, unfortunately. God help us all. God help all of you, everyone that's in this, that's going to be on these coasts locked down. I thought I could give more warning and get people out of there, but now they're going to lock people in there, lock people in their homes, on the coast and stuff. It's going to go a few miles in. It's going to take 4.5 hours to get from Hawaii across the Pacific to the West Coast, and the East Coast can be attacked at the exact same time, pretty much, just different time zones. Anyway, I'm done. And so I just want to get this out there. My next video will be really big. I'm showing you a lot of these connections as well in this new time frame that is hitting. In fact, like I said, his birthday is hitting that 8th day, which is the 88th day of the year, only on a leap year. And they love, you know how they love 88. You know how, if you know anything about this stuff, you know how they love 88. Marty McFly in the DeLorean went 88 miles an hour to get through the time portal and the transition of the times. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to go through the portal. That's why the goat sticks his head through the hole in the box in iPad Go in the beginning of it. So this is, I'll leave it at that. So I'm gonna be putting out hopefully in a few days. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to put this stuff together. So it usually takes a lot longer than I think, but it's coming out soon. So I just wanted to let you know, give you a heads up. And if you're on the coast, if you can get out, get out. If anything, just get out if you can get out because of the lockdown. I mean, for crying out loud. But this is my big. This is going to happen. I'm just guessing that this is going to happen with this time frame. It makes sense. It hits everything I've been looking at. It's going to come. It's coming soon. I'm just trying to find the right times to warn everybody. If you can get out of these areas, get out. You don't want to be under martial law anyway. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. This is Exalted Lamb 1, over and out.